Hey! The gameplay you just saw is a snippet from my game, which I've been working on for about 1 year and a month and a half. Let's start from the beginning, how it all began. I started making this game without any experience in game development. The reason I wanted to create my own game was simple: it's been a dream of mine. I'm a huge fan of games like Dark Souls and Elden Ring, so I decided to try making something in a similar style. First, I had to choose a game engine. There are mainly 3 options: Godot, mostly used for 2D games, and sometimes 3D, Unreal Engine, popular for AAA titles, and Unity, used for both 2D and 3D games. I went with Godot because it was the easiest to get started with. So, I started experimenting in Godot engine, but pretty quickly I realized it just wasn't made for the kind of game I wanted, a Soulslike. I switched over to Unreal Engine. One of the cool things about UE5 is that it comes with built-in templates, like the third-person template, which already includes basic movement and a working camera system. I started watching YouTube tutorials on how to make a basic combat system and a stamina bar. I began coding a few things, and when I tried to combine everything without any real knowledge of blueprints, it quickly became overwhelming. At that stage, my project looked something like this. As you can see, it wasn't really good. Then one day, while browsing YouTube, I came across a video from Unreal University showcasing a Souls-like combat course. After all the struggles I'd had trying to piece things together from random tutorials, this looked exactly like what I needed. I decided to buy it. The first thing I built was the stamina system from the course. It was looking pretty good, and after that, I moved on to implementing the attack system. I started coding few things, and that's when I ran into my first big problem. When the player pressed the left mouse button, nothing happened even though it should have triggered an attack. I struggled with this for a long time, even creating a second project to figure it out. I watched the course video several times over. Finally, one day, it clicked. The issue was that the name row and data table didn't match the action name. Once I fixed that, everything worked. After that, I set up the lock-on system, added the HP system, and, as you can see, I even created a boss fight with basic AI. And that's where the course ended. Another important feature in games like Dark Souls or Elden Ring is the inventory system. In those games, when you click on an item, its icon stays visible, and an equipped icon appears in its slot. I've always liked that style of inventory, so I wanted the same for my game. Finding something like that wasn't easy, but eventually I came across a system made by a creator called In Development. I bought it and started working on syncing it with my combat system. But trying to connect the two systems, combat and inventory, was tough, and nothing seemed to work. It always ended up, well, kind of like this. Later, I checked the profile of the creator I bought the inventory from and noticed they had a bundle that included combat, inventory, and a main menu system. I bought it, but there was one problem: the combat system I already had was really good, and I didn't want to throw it away. So I started reworking the bundle's combat to match, or at least feel similar to, the one from the course. Overall, I don't regret buying the course at all. Without it, it would have been much harder to understand certain concepts. So, if you're wondering whether to get the Unreal University course, I'd say, go for it. Of course, I skipped over a few parts of the journey in this video. If I had included everything, it probably would have been way too long, and honestly, I don't even have recordings of some of those older projects anymore. But what really matters is how far the game has come in just a year. If you enjoyed this video and want to follow along with the progress of my game, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. It really helps me out and lets me know you want to see more updates. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.